Hi everybody, it's Sandra. So a while back, some people might remember, I got myself a KEE gold tester. Now the one I had before I felt didn't work right. So I returned that one and this is the new one. Now I haven't had a lot of chance to really work with it yet, but we're going to give it a go today. I did something a little bit different. I bought their little disc. It's an 18 karat disc that will help us calibrate this. Let's just see. I thought today would be a good day to do it because just the other day I was testing some gold. So we actually do know what the positives are and then what all the negatives are. All right, so that's pretty much it. Stick around and we will find out if this thing works and whether or not we like it. Thanks for coming. Before we fool around with this, I did just want to mention something quickly as far as the magnet goes. So these are all the items that are not real gold. We established this the other day. And if we put a magnet on these, we should be able to take some of these out of contention so that we don't have to use our solution. Okay, so I didn't do this, and if I had, I would have saved some work. So this one right here is not real, right? Gold is not magnetic. Are there exceptions? Well, sort of, because sometimes these other elements on gold doesn't have to be real gold. So for example, that end cap, this pin part, this hinge part, and so on. So anyway, all three of these just got picked up. So those are some we wouldn't need to test, but you can see some of these are not real, as we've established, and they're not magnetic. So that doesn't necessarily mean just because something doesn't get attracted to the magnet that it's real or it isn't. But we can rule out the ones that are not gold because gold isn't magnetic. All right, so I did just want to mention that. And if I go over here, I have stuff that's out of range here, but nothing is being picked up by the magnet here. Just so you know. All right, that's all. I just wanted to mention that because that's just a great little tip so that you don't have to waste a lot of testing solution and waste time too. Now let's take a look at our tester. So the first thing we need to do, and pretty often too, is use this little 18 karat disc. So we're going to put this on the metal part and then we're going to touch our probe to it. At that time, we're going to adjust it. And I'll show you how it adjusts. This is sort of weird with my iPhone. You're not really getting a great view of the face of this thing. But as you can see, it's 10 karat, 14 karat, 18 karat, and then 22 to 24. And then the gray is platinum. So when I put the probe on that 18 karat right there, and when I put the probe on this rather, we're going to want the needle to go into that 18 karat area, right in the center if possible. So let's touch our probe here. Okay, so now we're just going to dial that in. That's pretty close, I think. Keep this over here. I'm always afraid I'm going to lose this. It's so tiny, so I keep this in its own little bag. I can't remember how much this was. I think the little gold thing was like $38 or something, so not that cheap. Now, last time I was trying to test this thing out, I did discover some things. This probe right here has to constantly be covered up. So here's the cover. You don't want this to dry out. So that's part of the problem. I think last time I just had the cover off and I was just testing piece after piece after piece. So this time I'm going to make sure I keep closing this. The other thing we can do is we can calibrate often also. So why don't we start with something that isn't real? This is not real. So we put it on our metal and we will hope that that's going to go right into the red. Let's see. And it does. Oops. Okay. So that worked. Hey, how about that? Now, I didn't actually show this one the other day. I did show it in a haul, however. This is a ring that's marked 10 karat gold. It's antique. So we have to get good contact with this metal. Oh boy, this is sort of awkward, isn't it? Let's see, how can I do this? Okay, that works better. So we'll put our probe on. This should go to the yellow. And it does. It sure likes to go right to that line, I've noticed. So this one is testing positive for 10 karat, which is exactly what we want because that is what it is. Now, here's one thing I discovered about this thing. If you can't get really good contact on here, it's just not going to work. So like, how could I lay this on here so that would really be touching the metal? I kind of can't. So it comes with this thing right here. So let's see. The thing I don't like about this clip is, like, this is really thin right here. I really hate to put that on there because I feel like it's going to crimp it or whatever, but all right, I'll be careful. So this one we decided was 14 karat. So we would want this to go into the green. And it did. Okay, these are unmarked 14 karat gold earrings. And my viewers who are so super smart tell me that this is Jade. This one tested negative, and one of my viewers said, no way, man, that's got to be 14. That's not how she worded it. But so I double checked, and it actually is 14 karat. This is thin as anything. Let's see if we can get the very good contact. That's pretty good. Let's see if it goes into the green. It does. Okay, excellent. Excellent. That probably is a real little diamond chip in there. How about this ring? So we tested this. This showed 14 karat when we tested it. Let's see how the contact will be here. It's registering as 14, but kind of close to the 10. That's interesting. This could be 14, actually. It does look like it's just so nicely made. Oops, clumsy. Look, even the back of those pearls, it's gold. Pretty cool. And I kind of can see remnants of where it was marked, but it just wears away from somebody taking it on and off their finger for years. So I'm not sure, but at least it's registering real. Here's our stick pin. Now we determined that this one is 18 karat gold. And interestingly, it is marked, I'm not going to be able to show it to you, but it is actually marked here. Yeah, there's two different markings there. So when I look with my loop, I see an antelope head, and then it says 800. I happen to know what that is because I have two other pieces of gold that is marked like that. So the antelope head and the 800 means that it's 80% gold, which translates to 19.2 karat. This is a Portuguese piece, and it is just gorgeous. So now we know for sure, not only did it test 18, but now we have that information that it's actually 19.2 karat. So let's see how our KEE gold tester interprets that. Let's see if I can get very good contact here. Not sure if this is going to be good enough. Interesting. Yeah, it's just kind of hanging out on that line between 18 and 22, which makes sense because it is 19.2 karat. Well, maybe this thing does work a little bit better than I thought. I'm kind of getting a little bit impressed as we go here. Let's test some other fake stuff. This one's completely fake. Let's see what happens. This is a, let's see, where can I get good contact? I guess there. Let's try this. Should go to the red. Whoa, and it did. Well, that's cool. Okay. I guess it's just something you kind of have to work with a little bit. I didn't really realize that there would be a problem if this thing doesn't get good enough contact with the piece. Like if it's just touching a tiny, tiny little portion of it, and you have a little thin piece of gold, which is really usually what I have. Now I have these two, let's just test these for fun. I have these two bracelets. Well, I don't have them. My mother found these at a yard sale. Believe it or not, they are both 18 karat gold. One is kind of a rose gold, and the other one's more yellow. They're just gorgeous. I kind of want to sell them together as a set. Sorry, I'm like in too close. I kind of want to sell these together as a set because I think that's where the kind of the value is, that you could wear two of them. But anyway, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to sell those, but I want to make sure she gets really top dollar because they're gorgeous. There's something about that old gold. It just feels so good. Okay, we would expect this to go to the white. And it does, but right on the line as usual. Okay, very good. Oh, and you know what else I wanted to test? This is something else. Oops, and put the cap back on. This is something else that she got at that, I think at that same yard sale. She kind of doesn't remember. How about this? What? Yeah, 14 karat. I think I'm already selling this one to somebody in the city. But anyway, let's see. This is clearly marked 14K. Let's see if we go right up into our green. We certainly do. Okay, good. Let's test some more not real stuff and see what happens. I especially wanted to try to test some plated things just to see how it would behave. We learned these are not real. Plus they're magnetic. Let's see if this goes into the red. Yeah, that's what I don't like. It's going into the 10 karat. Are you going to inch your way into the red? Huh, yeah. That's the kind of thing I don't really like because I want something that's definitive, you know? Let's try our clip on these. I guess it doesn't matter if it scratches them because they're not real anyway. I think I have to put it between the teeth though. Okay, let's try it. Oops. It's still going into the 10 karat. Yeah, okay, so this makes me unhappy. These must just be plated and yet it's showing 10 karat. So I'm not sure. It's not really very helpful if it's going to do that. This stick pin definitely tested negative when I was doing my acid test the other day. So let's see if this goes into the red. Maybe I'm not getting great contact. Hold on. Our acid test the other day established that this is 14 karat gold. It isn't marked. I mean, I didn't see a mark, so. But let's see where our tester will register this. In 14. So that's correct. And how about this one? Now this pendant also tested for 14 karat gold. And those are real little diamonds in there. Let's see. This came on a 14 karat gold necklace. So that might be the reason that it's not marked, you know, because the chain was. Put the focus on there if I can. So let's see if this goes into the green. It does. Okay. Here is a cat that's marked 14 karat gold very clearly. This is so cute. It almost looks like a Siamese cat to me. I don't know what about it is reading that, but something. So let's see if it goes into the green. It does. Okay. Let's try some more non-real stuff because that's the part that's really concerning me here. How about our butterfly? I was bitterly disappointed that this one wasn't real because this is, you know, that would really be some real money here. Okay, so this one's probably plated. So let's see if this thing's going to tell us lies. Are you going to tell me lies? You best go into that red. Oh, and it does. Huh. Well, that... this is a very confusing thing. These earrings we also determined are not real. Let's see. This should go right into the red also. And it does. This one is saying gold. And it isn't. Let's try the clip and see if that changes our result. Maybe we'll try this part up here instead of the pin. And let's see where you go here. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Oh, see, oh, I guess I just touched one of the stones. That's why it's, yeah, I mean, if it's inconsistent results, it is of no use to me. I have to really definitively know. I mean, I guess one thing it would be helpful to do is to, if it goes in red, it's not real, but you know, I'm kind of already using the magnet for that. I don't know. I just don't think I am finding a lot of value added here. The only thing I can think of is that this is real, and I'm wrong about that. Let's just test it again. I could have made a mistake. So this time, let's really scratch it like we ain't fooling around, man. I'm just going to go right here and do it really hard, really thick. Make sure it's nice and long. So we're going to try 10, 14, and 18. Okay, let me look underneath. I think I see something showing through underneath, but I'm going to scratch it harder again. But let's just see what the test shows and why I said it wasn't real. Well, the 14 is not. We'll do the 18 just because I said I would, but it's going to obliterate. Whoa, in 1 second flat. That is just not real. In any universe is that real. Look, it isn't. And yet the KEE Gold tester is saying it is. You won't be able to see it, but there is silver colored metal underneath this gold. So, and yet the tester is reading as positive. So yeah, disappointing. I paid a bunch of money for it. And yeah, I don't know. Let me know if anybody has one. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Not sure. But some stuff it seems like it's right, and some stuff it seems like it isn't. So yeah, not of much use. Anyway, so those are my conclusions on the KEE Gold tester. Thanks again for joining me, everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you want, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.